Hello everyone, welcome to the show GEAY, a podcast called GEAY where the host is gay, but the topic doesn't have to be.
My hair okay?
This week, I am joined by...
Taylor.
Kameron.
Austin.
And also...
Oh, did it fuck up? Did you say Reed?
Did you hear any of that, Reed? So, we're back. We had some technical difficulties, as you can see from our intro. Reed, you're here. Say hello.
Hello!
We're so happy to have you from all the way in Florida.
I'm so happy to be here, all the way from a different time zone.
I know, it's crazy. It's like late for you, so we're...
It do be like that sometimes.
It do be like that. This might be like a shorter podcast because, you know, we don't know how late we want to go.
I'm tired.
But yeah, so something special about who's on the show this week. Everybody here not only is in our little group, the Double Takers, but we also will all be RTX Ambassadors at RTX Austin this year.
Yay!
Hey, what's up? What's happening? Oh man, you're picking up on my mic.
You're welcome.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Yeah, this is crazy. We applied back in May. We made a little video. I don't know if we're gonna make that video public yet.
Is it not public?
No.
It's not. It's unlisted on our channel.
So if you have to...
I feel like maybe like after RTX is over, we should make it public.
Yeah.
So people will be like, yeah, it's
Like
that's how
they did how they do it. Yeah.
How these boys get in there?
yeah, how they do that?
How they do the thing they do?
Anyway, but yeah, they let us know a few weeks after that, and a few weeks before they announced it. So we had to like sort of sit on that information, and I don't know about y'all, but I was like super happy
When they released it.
or when they told us.
Oh, yeah.
You know,
Like,
I was
have you-
depressed. I was so mad.
Dude.
I was like, I for sure tried to sabotage our video in every conceivable way. I sent.
He had no
threats.
idea what RTX
I
was.
still don't, and I really am just still scared of it, to be honest.
Yeah,
I probably took
every
laps
now and then
around
we'll
my
text,
house.
I'll be like, so what did we sign up for again? Like, so what did
Yeah,
we
like
do?
every-
Oh yeah, every
So-
day.
so what are we
What
doing?
are we doing?
Well, it's a good question because we actually don't have a lot of information because this is the first year that they're doing it.
Right, there's not a lot of posterity. Like, and
Mhm.
we've been reaching out to the people that
Oh,
did
I think
it.
my laptop just died.
Oh.
No way.
Oh, she gone.
She's gone.
Can
She's
we
dead.
just call her on the phone?
This little video.
Oh, fantastic.
Yeah, your
Alright.
technical difficulty.
I hope this isn't too loud on there, but.
It was inspired by Wario.
Oh my God, Reed. You're caller number 69. Is it?
Thank you, I'm so happy.
All right, let's get to this shit though. We're back.
Put her next to the microphone.
Next to the microphone. I
Is
was
it like
trying
on
to.
Is it on speaker?
Oh, on the
Yeah,
table?
it's
Yeah,
on
it's on speaker.
Turn it up.
Dude, this thing lit as fuck for how turned up it is.
Okay, we're back again. This laptop has died, so
Rip.
we're gonna use as much of that as we can.
It's
2012,
okay? It's old.
Yeah, it's fine. It's okay. So I guess while we have you, Reed, so we don't have another technical difficulty, do you kind of just want to explain, like, I guess who you are? This is kind of like your premiere on the channel too. What a great premiere!
Hopefully her
What a
videos won't be
premiere.
as
Kind of just talk about how you know all of us and sort of like why being RTX Ambassador is cool for you and sort of like what kind of content you want to produce on the channel. I'm just throwing a bunch of questions your way.
Sure, I'll just ramble. So, my name is Reed. I grew up in Boston, Massachusetts, and now I live in Orlando. I have been a fan of Rooster Teeth since the 7th grade, when my friend Jim, who had been telling me for weeks and weeks and weeks that I had to get into this YouTube channel, cornered me in a hotel lobby of Costa Rica on a school field trip and was like, you have to now. You have no other choice. He showed me the headlight fluid animated adventure, and immediately I went home and watched the entire rest of all of the animated adventures and was obsessed immediately. And I kind of played the long con, and I got my dad into Rooster Teeth content so that he would go with me to RTX 2014, which was both of our first times going.
Correct.
Same.
And while we were there, we were like, laser team auditions, this sounds fun. So
Oh, yeah.
we got in line for the open call for laser team, and sometime during our 3-hour wait, turned around and made conversation with the person behind us, who happened to be Simon.
That was me.
And Simon and I, we ended up reading a scene together.
Uh-huh.
We're 2 people, you know, we're super drunk at a party.
We were high school
And it was
partiers.
awkward and uncomfortable and
So-
the best
so you
thing
admit.
ever.
And what's great about that audition is that they've used that clip in like several of their videos.
Oh, yeah.
Like they used it in one of like their laser team updates. They used it in their documentary. So it's like kind of been following us around.
It's kind of a big deal.
But you're not in any video.
It's really cool.
You're not like
convinced
any,
that
like,
the only reason
I
we
would
weren't in the
consider
movie
that.
is because that scene wasn't.
What?
I said we're convinced that the only reason we weren't in the movie is because they cut that scene.
Right, that scene's not actually in the movie. So if it were in the movie, they would have picked us.
But
Obviously.
maybe that's their homage. But maybe they had you do that because they're like, all right, we need something cool for a montage that we're gonna have in the future.
Well, our reactions, the little clip of our reactions, it was pretty good. Very animated.
Oh, I
Yeah,
loved it.
yeah,
I loved
yeah.
it. It was
We'll-
beautiful.
We'll put it
was
over so
fantastic.
y'all can
Yeah,
enjoy
right
that.
here. Watch it
Awesome.
again. Simon, reverse it. Flip it down, circuit and reverse. I don't know what the song there started with that.
Twist it.
Surge flip into a
Bob
song
it.
down to
But no, anyway, so yeah, that was, I remember that day I was sitting in the panel room for the Internet Box, and it was my first RTX, and I was a big Internet Box
Where was I?
guru. RT Podcast?
RT Podcast thing,
I
same
think
day.
that's what it
Yeah.
was. And so I was sitting in the panel room for Internet Box, thinking I could watch the panel and then get in line for Laser Team, because they were just about to start their Laser Team line. And I thought to myself, how the convention's been going, I'm probably not going to have time to do that. So I left the Internet Box panel, and I was like, oh my god, I hope I'm making the right choice. But obviously, it doesn't really matter.
You dumbass.
But then, yeah, I got in line, and we were like pretty early, I think, in line. Like, at least first half of the groups I went through.
Yeah.
So yeah, we sat in line for a long time. And got to know each other, and it was all fun. And we've met up every year, and now we're all best friends.
Every year.
And now we're doing this channel, and it's a lot of fun, and we can't wait to get more stuff out there because the ambassador thing is going to be awesome.
We go yeet!
Yeah. Woohoo! I'm cheering.
You sound very excited.
We'll use, I think we got like a few screen caps of you just like with your hands in the air, so we'll use that.
Yeah,
for
and
sure.
oh my god, it's gonna be Boolin. Don't worry about it.
We're gonna clip it too, so we're like it's just your whole body, so like randomly in the video you're just
Much
gonna be
like
there.
my red.
Why
line,
are
we're
you
gonna
showing
clip
her what you're going to be doing?
She can't see you.
it. Way to go, TJ.
You know what? I'm just an animated person. Leave me alone.
But yeah, then the next year I saw the Internet Box panel anyway, so it was fine. I got free Yu-Gi-Oh cards too, so that's cool.
Fuck,
Yeah,
dude.
it was
I mean, they're garbage, but
It was Jinzo, so get out of here.
how was that?
Jizzo, more like it.
Anyway, so Reed, what kind of stuff do you want to like make on the channel? What kind of influence for the Double Takers are you planning on contributing?
Yeah, so I have a passion for social media and communication, so a lot of my work is probably going to end up being behind-the-scenes social media promotion stuff.
Cool.
But I live in Orlando, so I'm near a lot of cool things like theme parks and a lot of cool businesses and stuff. So I'm definitely going to try exploring that a lot more this summer and into the fall when I move to the land for college. And yeah, just kind of doing vlogs showing around this really cool part of Florida that like nobody really knows exists. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm gonna be up to. And maybe working with Brendan on like some scripted stuff. We'll see. We'll see what
Working with
happens.
Brendan. Okay.
Yeah, Brennan's really hard to work with sometimes. Reed, just out, off topic, would you be able to get me into the Disney World?
Maybe I can pull some strings. Just for
Okay,
you, though.
cool.
No one else.
Because in 2019, there's a new park coming out.
What's the new
You're
part?
gonna want
I haven't heard
to
of it.
Star Wars.
Like
Star
the
Wars.
plague for the first 3 years. Those lives are gonna be horrendous.
Dude, I don't
That's
care.
true.
I'm gonna be immersed in a new world of Star
Just
Wars.
get
which is
a-
my dream.
Get a wheelchair and they'll put you in the
Break my leg for 1 year.
There's a
premium.
new
Worth it.
hotel.
Premium ideas.
There's a new hotel opening soon too, like a Star Wars themed hotel where you get a mission from someone in the hotel. You have to go into the park and find the character that helps you complete the mission, and it's this entire scavenger hunt thing that starts.
Bro,
after
do I get a
God.
blaster or a lightsaber?
It looks
Can
so
you say
cool.
words?
What?
I just imagine hi, I work for Nelnet and they sent me to this hotel. I would like to check in, please. I'm like, okay, but first you must solve the riddle of the Tatooine beast. And it's just I would like.
Will
to
you
please-
fall into the Sarlacc pit?
I had a long flight. I'm very jet lagged.
I've been awake for 25 hours.
Listen, my name's Reed, alright? So, I need to get in here.
Okay. Awesome. I'm actually kind of really excited about your idea for vlogging cool parts of Florida. Because I've been to Florida a few
Was it
times.
pretty warm there?
It's pretty, warm and humid there.
Wow.
I like that thing, it's cool.
And I don't know. I guess I don't really know a lot about the state. All the times I went there, I was too young to care about anything.
I have
SeaWorld.
never been. I never hope to be. And I'm issuing you a challenge to try to prove that different to me. I really hate your state and everything it's about. So please do your best to fix my impression because it's not
Florida
good.
man.
Challenge accepted. The land's a really cool part of Florida. It's about halfway between Jacksonville, which is in northern Florida, where I used to live, and Orlando, which is in Central Florida, where I now live. It's about the halfway point. It's really funky, but not a lot of people in Florida know it, let alone not a lot of people outside of Florida. There's this really cool town right outside of the land called Casadega, and in order to live there, you have to prove that you're a psychic. And there's a bunch of tourists who go there and get readings done, palm readings, tarot readings, stuff like that. And that's right outside of the land, 10 minutes from where I'm going to college. So that'll be something really cool too.
Are you going to
showcase.
UCF?
Pardon?
Are you going to be the national champs, UCF?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good answer.
Except that's UFC, so make sure.
Oh, fuck!
Wow.
Wake Forest?
Embarrassing. Okay, well, we're probably gonna let you go now.
Sorry, you've been terminated from the double
we're very
clickers.
excited. Don't hang up yet.
Oh.
We're very
I just
excited for the RTX Ambassadors thing. We have a lot that we're preparing. We have a lot that we hope to get prepared. And check us out at RTX this summer from August 3rd to the 5th.
Hell
And
yeah.
you can see our pretty faces, and we'd love to see your pretty faces. So,
I'll shave by then.
bye, Reed.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, guys.
How do I hang up?
That's your phone. How do you hang up?
Oh, good riddance.
Name
I'm
a
just kidding.
woman.
Name a woman.
Name a woman.
I think we should do that at RTX. Just run around the convention
Billy
hall
on
and
the street.
ambush
I
interview
think
people.
that'd be funny.
I think that'd be really good.
That'd be
People
really.
love that. It's
People
fun.
love being
Especially when they don't leave their house and don't usually talk to people in public.
right. Yeah, I
Hate
think
it.
they'll have a lot of fun.
Name a woman.
Name a
Name a woman.
Name a woman.
Name a woman.
Speaking of
Oh.
which, we need to wear ponchos because they might vomit.
Oh. Not just ponchos, but those they make those hair catcher things.
Oh,
like
that
when
was
you get
like
your
Boston
haircut.
Terrier skin?
Right.
Fucking, oh my
Yeah,
god.
waterproof.
Yeah, waterproof. Great idea.
Life
Okay.
proof?
So I got a new car.
Yeah, Rab
It
Dad.
smells like cigarettes.
Rab Dad.
It does smell like cigarettes, but I'm okay with that because
But not Dookie, apparently.
if you have been a follower of the podcast, I've been having car problems for probably 6 months now.
Yeah.
Maybe a little more than that. So I bought a Toyota RAV4, second hand, I guess, like the smoke that's inside.
Good, very good.
Nice.
Nice improv. Keep it going.
It's 2005. It needs a new muffler, but I had the money to buy it.
Easy mix.
And I own a car now. I don't have any car payments or anything. And it runs nice, and it's going to get us to Texas. And I'm so happy because a RAV4 is kind of the car that I've been looking for like, as I've been looking, like, they've always been out of my price range and be like, man, my sister-in-laws have RAV4s.
Oh,
They're really nice cars.
Isn't that a Nicki Minaj lyric as well? A RAV4 Aventador?
Oh, I have no idea.
I don't know. Anyway, I think that
RAV4, not RAD4.
Yeah, shocker. I don't know. Okay.
Okay.
What do you get from that? Would you win?
Yes.
Would you play a game?
Yeah.
You need a cookie, Simon?
I don't like to lose. I hope you realize that.
Yeah, well, I don't lose. I just choose not to win, so you better buckle up. Unintended.
The war has begun.
Right.
Also-
I gotta get a license first.
That reminds me of the I don't ask questions, I get answers or whatever.
Yeah. Well, what's that from?
You just said it randomly, I think.
Did I?
It was,
I'm
I think
funny.
it was.
I'm really funny.
That was so funny. That was just this last year too. I think it's when we were driving down to RTX for last year.
I vaguely remember.
Or
yeah.
we just got into the Airbnb or something, and I think I asked a question, or I'm like, "What questions do we ask?" And he's like, "I don't ask questions, I get answers." I'm like, "What?"
Watch out. So we'll all be driving down to RTX together because there were like some plans for people to be out of town before and we'd meet up later, but all of those plans have since fallen through.
It's true.
Or at least changed a little bit. So the car situation we're going to have in my Toyota RAV4 is going to be me, Kameron, and Austin. And Austin, you did just mention you don't have a license. So you're going to be in the back the whole time with the luggage.
I like to feel like I'm being chauffeured, so you act as if that's
Wait,
a problem.
TJ,
We also, Elsa and Becky are coming with us also this year. And so in Elsa's car is going to be TJ, Elsa, and Becky. And those three will be swapping off driving however they want. Mm-hmm. But I figured, since you also are very familiar with long distance driving, you drive the first half, I drive the second half. Does that sound cool?
Plans on it. You know, that's fine. I drive the most fucking boring part anyways, so.
Hey.
Are we leaving it like...
Yeah, we're going to leave like in the middle of the night.
Yeah, 12,
you
like
better stay
12,
the fuck
12:30.
up.
I will.
Oh, shit, you probably need to sleep a little bit. But...
There'll be three of us, so it won't be like terrible. But I'll try to stay awake.
Yeah, except for the night terrors. That
Some Red
we'll
Bull.
all be dealing with.
I actually
together.
sleepwalk, so get ready for that.
Get out of the fucking
I used to
car.
sleep karates, like,
We don't get pulled over again.
from watching too much Power Rangers, I like get up at
Oh my
night and like
God.
fight.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
We get pulled over again in Oklahoma, and you have to get out of the car. I'm calling the other police to come in and
Yeah.
fix it up. That was weird.
It was a Texas police officer, and it was like in Oklahoma.
In Oklahoma? I got lost, kid.
I have never in my life heard of that happening. That was literally, I have heard of other bad things happening in this
Wait.
exact scenario.
So
man.
I'll explain the story.
You were right, you were saying.
When it was me, Austin, Katie, and Riley, and we went to LA for spring break 2 years ago.
Okay.
We drove, and it was like a 31-hour drive, and it was awful. And on the drive back, we drove through the southern states into Texas, and we drove up from Texas. And on that up part, I must have been speeding, I guess. So I get pulled over by a cop.
it was that Taylor Swift.
He doesn't give me a ticket, but he asked me to get out of the car. And so I get out of the car, and he asked me to sit in the front seat of his police cruiser as he does all like the calculations for the warning or whatever.
He showed me how to be a police officer.
Well, my only idea of why he would do that is so that I don't drive off. But there were 3 other people in the car.
Meanwhile, in the car with the 3 other people, they were telling me, Austin, are you ready to go? You're going to hop in the front, pull this thing into drive, and floor it. Which, in
They were
hindsight,
gonna leave your
they were
ass.
gonna leave your ass. I don't know where we were going to go.
You know, that sounds
Me
like
driving.
he was gonna
Well,
make
like,
you fillet
have you
him.
ever heard of a police officer asking you to sit in the front seat
In this,
during a traffic stop?
my God-fearing Nebraska state, no. However, I Google it. This is a common practice in Oklahoma and Texas.
Really?
Why?
Supposedly, yes.
Why?
Why?
I felt like I was about to be molested.
Yeah, I was
Right.
just like, how are you? Like, that's an obvious
I was
setup
scared.
for filleting someone. I don't
Right.
understand.
I feel like the main idea was to talk to you to make sure you weren't inebriated.
Oh.
But
But he
which-
didn't say anything to me. I just
Also-
sat there.
freaking
Like a good little boy.
blow test, whatever, right? The breathalyzer.
Yeah, the blow
Don't
test.
talk to me.
Oh, I thought you meant the other kind of blow.
I did, but on the dick.
I was like, this blows
Yo.
out, but
That was the hardest
don't
test
keep
for it.
that.
you ever snorted coke?
Anyway, so it was like 2 a.m. too. It was like middle of the night, and
Yeah,
there were no problems. Like, I got the warning, got back in my car, and we drove away. But it was like,
a little shaken.
what happened just
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
Why didn't they? No, that was in Kansas. Because you remember we got pulled over in fucking Kansas or whatever. I was so fucking pissed at
Is that during your shift?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It
so
was
don't
my
speed
shift.
this time, 'cause this is my new car,
I'll go
and I
5
don't want to
over
crash
instead of 10 over. Well, he like did a thing that I noticed, and I thought I
No,
because I was
it's
tired.
9 you're fine, 10 you're mine.
I don't.
When speeding.
All right,
Yeah.
whatever. What happened? What happened was we had.
This
I
was
was
last
going. I was going down, and he was like in one of those intersections where like you could UE or whatever, but you don't UE off of the. Pretty sure it's for the police use only.
Yeah.
But like, I guess I saw him sitting there, and I was like, "Huh, that's weird." But then, like, as we were passing, he flashed or a light or something else, and I thought I had imagined it because it was late at night, and I was already pretty tired, and I was just chugging the fucking Red Bull.
You want me to do the first shift?
I was like, oh my god. I'm terrified of like Texas traffic and everything. So
Okay,
so
so-
you can take care
Yeah,
of
Dallas
it.
No.
traffic sucks.
Why don't you just do the standard schedule but flip off the 2?
Oh yeah, do you want to do
3.
or like we split it into 4 and we alternate, and
So that way you
instead of
yeah,
doing
yeah.
2 big
So,
chunks.
so you'll be like at leaving Lincoln into Kansas and then Oklahoma. And
Oh, so the next.
I don't know. Oklahoma traffic's kind of. I mean, you're.
It'll be late at night.
Well, by the time we get to
No,
Oklahoma, it'll be
it'll be
like
midday.
morning rush. It'll be like 8 a.m.
Oh, you're right.
How early are we getting to our Airbnb? When's our check-in?
Our check-in's like afternoon, like 3 p.m. And it's like a 14 hour drive.
Yeah, it's not that bad.
So if we leave around like 1 a.m.
You have air conditioning in this car, though.
Oh my
do.
god.
We don't have to fucking overheat.
I mean, Alsa's a brand new car,
Big-
so I,
yeah.
Oh, good.
So
Big
bye.
problem with my old Impala was that in the
God.
summertime, since it's hot out,
There was
it
1
had a-
year, 2 years ago, where we didn't
Dude,
have to deal
dude,
with it. That was 2 years ago, but then
Yeah, and then if I run the air conditioning for too long, the engine will start to overheat because
Well, I
I
think
had a
it
coolant problem, which I've since learned
Yeah.
is like the radiator needed to be replaced, and that's like an expensive
yeah.
replacement.
Yeah.
So it would overheat in the middle of like our endeavor to Texas, so we would have to turn the heat on full blast and roll the windows down,
Oh my god.
so that we don't suffocate.
It was
Literally,
so-
there was
was
1
hell.
year it got so bad. I think it was second year for us.
Yeah, it was
first
2015.
No,
First
no,
year-
yeah,
yeah,
but it
first
was the
year-
first year going down
for
because
them
it,
because
hated, right?
we were driving down and
Oh yeah.
Oklahoma,
Smoke.
middle of rush hour traffic, leaving work at like 5 p.m.
Like around 5 p.m.
car overheat starts slowing down. We're like,
So we had to pull over to the side of
an
like,
interstate.
like interstate highway, while people were like gridlock traffic trying to get by, and we just had to sit there and wait for the car to cool down
We almost
because
didn't
I
get
didn't have
our
any
home
coolant
slice.
in my trunk. And
We almost didn't get our home slice.
right.
Yeah, they were so fucking cool that they stayed
like a half an
because
hour
they were
late.
still closing.
Yeah, if you
or
live in
whatever.
Austin or you're going to Austin for RTX this year, get home sliced pizza because they're the coolest mofos. And they stayed an hour or 2 late for us.
I think
so
we're
that
gonna
we
have
could
to
pick up
get
our
2
pizza.
pizzas this next time we
Oh,
go
well.
because like
Oh,
we
yeah,
fucking
we are.
well we'll have to because of the amount of people that are going. Right?
Yeah,
we
'cause-
fucking demolish those.
Mhm.
Oh my god.
There's a new home slice now up on the north side of town.
Is it closest to us?
No.
Oh,
No.
Well, cool. There's a new one that we're
But,
not going
but it's
to.
on north side, so we can grab it on the way.
If we want it on the first day, which I mean, it'll be the middle of the day by the time
Yeah.
we get there.
I'm-
So.
I'm down.
Shit. Ooh, pizza.
I'm-
You know what we've never had? Mighty Fine hamburgers.
So we need to
And
do that.
they rave and rant about that stuff.
I can't wait to get Torchies again though.
We have to try Paco's Tacos. They were closed when we tried
Taco?
them.
That's right. What was also closed that we went
We
to
need to try the taco joint. You guys need to go there with me.
We went.
You didn't come with me.
I bought a taco.
Oh, that was the other taco joint.
What was?
Not that. No, that was the other taco joint that they had. That
Okay.
wasn't the
Pull
one
it, Miles.
that
Pull
I
it,
walked to.
Oh wow, urine boy.
Someone's got diabetes.
Somebody has prostate cancer.
My worms are bad.
My worms are back.
Yikes. So the Star Wars movies got postponed.
I saw that. Did
I
you
was
see
like,
that?
as soon as I'm a little upset because as soon as I heard James Mangold was coming on for Boba Fett, I was really excited, and I understand why they're going to halt them because they're all like,
Solo
okay,
didn't do
well, Rogue One was not that good either.
I think people liked Rogue. I mean,
People,
it was
people
controversial.
like Rogue One, yeah. I mean, it was cool that they bridged the gap, but as a movie, it was super, super slow. The only good part was the end of it.
Right, I agree with that.
Yeah, I don't know. But I enjoyed Solo. I didn't think it was bad. I liked it more than Rogue One, but I mean, of course, with after The Last Jedi and everybody else protesting or
I think people
boycotting
have.
movies.
What's interesting is I think people have Star Wars fatigue, but they don't have Marvel fatigue. And Marvel's been making movies for 10 years.
But I think Marvel has the better, method because when you think of the majesty of Star Wars, it came out like one movie maybe every few years because that's how they made the movies back then.
Right, at
with
the
the
start,
original
it was like
trilogy.
that, yeah.
Then of course you had the prequels, which I think the first one came out in 1999. Then you had 2001.
Yeah.
No.
I think
It was either 2002. No, 2002 and then 2003.
Yeah.
So there was a good few years between episode 1 and 2. Because
But now
of
that
the technological
Disney owns them,
advancements.
they want to make one every year.
That's kind of what they wanted to do, which it definitely is an overload for Star Wars, just because they wanted to do the anthology films. But, you have that short amount of time, you have to write, especially with the standalone or anthology films, you have to write sort of standalone stories alongside writing the actual stories for the trilogy, and it doesn't work that much. Like, you can wait. You have your cash cow in Marvel. Like, you don't need to ramp it up with.
Disney doesn't need more money.
Exactly.
But I think they do. And I don't
But,
know
did
why.
you see the thing with Comcast and Disney today?
Yeah,
Trying to
they're
buy
fighting
Fox?
over to
My
buy Fox.
God, dude.
I'm excited.
So much
I'm actually
shit
not
with
excited because it will mean the end of free market and a diverse market, but I'm excited to see who wins.
Well, I don't know. We'll see what happens because they can't.
Did you know that there's
Other
I don't know, it's an
other
old
shit.
book. I want to say
'Cause there's a lot of
it's a
asset
Ray
laws.
Bradbury short story or something.
Ray
but-
Bradbury?
I'm
Sorry.
Bradbury.
Bradbury.
It's an old book from the time where they fantasized about the future, but they picked years now, 2001: A Space Odyssey
Yes.
kind of thing. But they called movies in the book Disney's because Disney owned everything, and we're getting to that spot.
Oh, especially Simpsons basically predicting that Disney was going to own Fox. I thought the deal had already gone through, but it was taking a year I heard it was taking a year to process, especially for the Marvel entities that they bought. I didn't realize that it probably they wanted to wait before they confirmed because they were probably selling stuff.
I
to
thought
see
we
who
were
would make a bigger-
waiting on whether or not the FCC was going to allow it, because for big mergers like that, the government has to kind of approve it, and they recently approved the merger of.
Well, they don't own certain networks. I think they're just getting assets from them or something. Plus, they agree to take on their $13 billion in debt. So their 71.4 turns into an $85 billion deal.
Right.
But
But Disney's
Comcast offer them cash up front or some shit.
I think that it's not going to last. I mean, wherever we're at now is kind of a juncture that is probably semi-important in the grand scheme of a much longer tail, because I think it's the same thing as the U.S. Steel and all that stuff that Teddy Roosevelt trust busted and everything. I mean, no one cares as much right now because they don't view it as an actual important good, and it's intangible art. But eventually people are going to be like, well, this is all kind of the same or whatever, and unless they kind of mitigate that. And I think Disney honestly has been really good at updating certain elements of its infrastructure for it to be at different audiences and at different levels of appropriateness, and it doesn't feel all the same. It just is, clearly the guise of some sort of puppet master that is a little unsettling.
Probably.
Yeah.
I mean, I had a conversation about that tonight, actually, at my Wednesday night game shit, when we were talking about, how moving forward there's going to be, hybrid deflation, massive losses in jobs and shit, because, and the governments won't be able to, handle that, and they're going to be like, okay, what's the value of the dollar going to be? How do we go about this? Because there's not enough jobs. And
What's causing the deflation in this case?
I don't.
Disney?
He said there's going to be a hyperdeflation at some point because of the increase in inflation, but then he said it would probably be a side effect of, I guess, massive job decreases because of technology taking over the jobs, and then increasing productivity, and then like every 5 years from then on, you're gonna have less and less jobs, more people without jobs, and then the people that are able to make money can like sort of.
Have you guys noticed that pork prices are going down? Because pork is like a huge export from America to China, and since there's this like tariff sort of war thing, farmers are trying to sell pork more internally, but Americans don't buy as much pork as China does.
Really?
So like the farmers are gonna lose a lot of money.
Right. Well, we don't buy the non-eatables for our sense. Like we don't eat the feet, we don't eat the ears.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
And like it sucks, because like you want more internal economy, like a more internally sustainable economy, but like the American people suck.
Also, let's just I'm fine with not pigs. Let's just not do that anymore. It's kind of gross.
Yeah,
Oh,
cops suck.
Honestly, this new documentary coming out that Natalie Portman like directed called Eating Animals.
Natalie Portman.
And it's not really about like the ethics of eating something that's alive. It's more just like we should stop supporting like factory farming.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean, it's about sustainability. It's about environmental consciousness.
Right.
It's about creating a future that is gonna not kill us.
Right.
Like,
But then at the end of the day, what are all those people who work in that stuff? What are they going to do? And the
So here's the
unemployment
thing.
rate's going to go up again.
Yeah, well, you know what I believe. There's reasons that I'm for and against like mass production and like having technology take over our jobs, because I believe at our heart and soul as humans we're like creative creatures as well. Because you look, we have the vase, art, and everything else like that. So that could be our trade in the future if we suddenly decide let's just let the robots do shit.
I want to add too. I would say the sustainable like substitute for pig is fake meat. And I don't mean just like tofu. I don't mean like vegetarians like substitutes. I mean like genetically making the meat. And what you can do is you could have huge slabs be made, and that would be a substitute for the pig cuts as it's slit.
Synthetic stuff then?
It's synthetic in the sense that it's essentially still organically like stem cell made
3D
meat.
printed.
Okay.
It's essentially it might be honestly, but it's cultured and you get a huge slab of it, and it would be able to still go to slaughterhouses and the refinement, everything would still be the same. But I mean, it's actually very few people that work on these factory farms. It's a very sustainable, very efficient process. And so if you remove that, you only lose a handful of jobs, and only people that own all the equity are actually in trouble. And you can buy them out with subsidies. So it actually is very sustainable, but obviously it looks like it's a much bigger thing than it could be. And without a discussion of it, like, it's not a monolith as it seems, I think.
Yeah. I started drinking almond milk, so I think I'm doing my part.
Wow, good for you.
Jeez.
I don't subject myself to that bullshit.
Almond milk's pretty good. It's just milk.
I don't know.
Honestly,
It's
it
just
doesn't
more
taste any
expensive.
different.
Yeah,
it's more expensive.
And nuts just nut.
How you gonna have almond milk with almonds that got no titties?
You drink
Quote of my
nut
life.
milk. Oh, what about the Space Force? Who's signing up for Space
Oh,
Force?
Jesus
Who's
Christ.
signing up for Space
Honestly,
Force?
If there is a way that I can become an astronaut without having to get
Go to
like a
space.
physics degree,
Oh.
I'm down. Honestly.
Right?
Seriously.
Dude, my
the money
one
that-
goal is to just
Like,
fucking
we don't need
travel.
more military funding. Like,
So I actually don't
If
know
we're
what
actually-
that is.
so Trump wants to introduce a branch of the military called the Space.
He called it the Space Force.
Well, like the Space Corps. I think.
Space Corps. I think Space Force was something that we got lost in translation, but he said that he wanted to have space dominance or something, because like we have the air, but I want space dominance and shit like that. And like, wouldn't that just be underneath the Air Force? But no, he wants to create it like completely.
But I'm
new
pretty sure
branch,
like part of like some worldwide treaty is that nobody can like weaponize space or like put weapons of mass destruction in space.
You can't claim. You can't claim
'Cause it's
space
infinite.
because it.
I just
well,
think you put weapons up there.
in the space race, you couldn't technically claim. I think it's even technically illegal that they put like a flag on the moon or something. But like you can't. Oh, yeah, you
It was
can't.
fake, anyways. I'm kidding.
Kubrick. Yeah, I think you can't
It's
claim
shut down.
space because I think that would cause problems. But like even like who's gonna want the moon?
There's
You can't
Yeah,
live.
there's
you
nothing
can't
there.
live on the moon.
Yeah,
Yeah.
until we get there,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden everyone's gonna be one that moon ass.
Yeah.
The moon titties.
uh,
Give me the moon
but
titties.
there's a video I saw about the Space Force. It was like some like army recruitment video, and the guy was like walks in like talking about like I want to join Space Force. He's like, all right. The recruiter goes down, comes back up with like this Iron Man helmet. He's like, all right, here's like this pamphlet written in crayon. It's like, all right, you want to join? Here's the requirements. Yeah, space, blah blah blah. Yeah, cool. Here are your jobs. Like it's like moon astronaut. Blah blah blah. I was like, doesn't matter, space. And then it's like, you just gotta sign here. And then it's just a blank piece of paper that just says space, and then has an X to the line.
I would sign. I'm going to space, mama!
Doesn't matter, you're gonna be in space. So,
But
space
realistically,
technician.
like, we don't need that right now. Because, like...
we want it, though!
I mean, yeah, but, like...
Well, what if that's
if
our
you sign-
reason to go back
So-
into space, though? Because the only reason that
Let's
we
fix
did
the
go into
fix
space...
the problems we have here first.
Well, but the only reason that we did go into space was because we were challenged to. We would have never thought, hey, let's go to the fucking moon if Russia wasn't a big threat at the
Right.
time. Like, that was the only reason, and that's the main reason why
But,
we
like, think
stopped
about
trying.
if tomorrow there's a Space Force, and you sign up, what are you gonna do? What's your day today?
Go to fucking space!
Space,
I don't think they...
I'm
send
just
that
gonna
many
go
people
and
to
say space
There's
all
only, like,
day.
a handful of people that have been to space.
Dude,
I'm-
we're all gonna high five and be like, you're going to space? We're like, yeah, we're gonna go to fucking space,
I'm gonna
dude.
grow chia pets. Yeah.
And everybody's gonna be astounded because it's space.
Check out my new
Space.
chia hair.
I want to be the Martian.
Space chia.
I don't want to be the Martian.
Yeah, that sounds like an awful
I
way
wanna-
to
I
spend your
can't-
summer.
I wanna go to Neptune. Let's go to Neptune.
I would avoid that at all costs.
Going to Mars?
No, Neptune.
Oh,
Why?
It's cold there.
It's cold, it's icky, I think it's kind of full of methane, which is kind of dooky. So.
They got like a discount Jupiter storm. It's not really that cool.
Right.
It's rough,
It's like
cold,
white.
and
Yeah.
it's everywhere.
I,
Sand joke.
So I really feel this in my core. Whenever we come a thing of like, should we do this, should we do that, in the sense of like, we should focus on our problems now instead of looking at space. Por qué no los dos? Always. There's really no reason we can't do both. But the problem is that if he says this recently...
Money.
Well, money, but like also not, because we have so much money.
Money's a fucking construct of your mind. Our money doesn't mean anything. There's no gold tender. It's just imagination.
There's so much money going into our budget that
Buy
could
gold.
easily go with that. But anyway, the reason I say this is that
Shut up, Joel.
he's talking about this clearly just because he wants to scapegoat, right? Because like we
Probably.
can easily solve all of the problems at once, but it's not feasible
Flint still
economically.
doesn't have clean water.
Puerto Rico
Flintstone?
still doesn't have 100% electricity.
Flint, Michigan does not clean water.
I assumed
already
we
said
were
that
just
one.
forgetting
You said
about
Flint
Puerto
still.
Rico. Flint?
Oh, you
Michigan?
said Flint still. Okay, never
Yeah,
mind. I'm on
Flint
board now.
still.
I thought
No,
you said
I was like,
Flintstones.
wait, Flint and Steel? You been playing a little bit of Minecraft there, Sasha? You play Minecraft?
Wait, Pokemon Girl.
Minecraft?
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
One
There
of
was
my
a
roommates
guy,
started
at
playing Minecraft
RTX.
again, and I
The
was
guy at
like,
RTX at the fucking...
Wait.
Oh my god.
Being ambassadors does mean I have to leave the Guardian server?
Oh, I don't know. I think
Online.
it'll be- yeah, the Guardians have a Minecraft server.
Oh my god, really?
Yeah.
That's
Great.
fucking
Do
hilarious.
you actually play it?
Yeah, up to RTX every Saturday they have an event and you can get points and like whoever has the most like points at the end and at RTX will get like a prize.
Where do you rank?
Minecraft?
I've only done like 3 events.
He's got 69
So he's
points!
number 1.
but I've won 2 of those events.
Were they Hunger Games? Were
Mm-mm.
you playing PUBG on Minecraft? The original?
No, one was like
Yeah.
I got second place like a fishing one. Like whatever you fished out was like different items were worth certain points. One was a team event. It was basically like a ring of ice and like cacti and
This is like really formal.
yeah, and each week has a different event. And then like we had like these fishing rods that had like knockback 4.
Oh,
Yeah, and just
Damn,
we were in
that's an
teams.
enchantment for
I don't know
those who
if
don't know
you've
what
noticed
Minecraft
on
is.
the camera, but the light has been slowly dying.
That's what I thought
We're
was
slowly
happening.
getting darker.
God
But
damn
I think it's like gradual enough to where like people are just like adjusting as it goes.
It's a
Probably.
metaphor.
You know what? It is a metaphor. But what is it?
Just
meta
edit the
for?
lighting and post. Just
The meta.
Absolutely.
the camera.
Absolutely. Yeah, I'll just up the gain.
Yeah.
In post.
Just saturate it so that way, and then bass
Mhm.
boosts everything that we say.
It'll be just like that fake podcast that we recorded.
I was really glad to see the clip of
Brendan.
Brendan eating the fucking tie. I was like,
It's in the
dude,
thumbnail, too.
he lied and said his camera was just like, eat it, and I was like,
I don't
that's
remember
not
that.
what I said.
Speaking.
That's
Ooh,
not
we
what I
have
said.
the other story now.
That's not what I said, Brendan. I was like, put it in your mouth. Put it in your mouth. And he just went, and I'm like, get it out, get it out, get it out. And I'm like, you idiot, why would you listen to me?
We never listen to Kameron.
You don't, and it pisses me off sometimes.
Well, maybe you should just shut up. Can you not?
No.
So what's everybody's up? So what's everybody else up to? I know you're playing Pokemon Quest.
Yeah.
Quest?
Yeah, it's like Box City.
Oh, you told me.
Box City.
Yeah, everything's a
Box City, bitch. Box City, bitch.
including the land and the water. So I don't know how everything's alive.
You do what?
But I got Jinx, and that pretty much is anything that I want. So I already beat the game basically. And she's fabulous, and she kills everything. And right now I'm just kind of bringing up all of the.
Is she psychic type?
Yeah, psychic and ice, man.
Ice.
She's ice.
Yeah.
Has
she always been
it's
ice?
you said it was based off some lore about some.
Yeah, it's based on this dark-skinned, blonde-headed, like kind of yeti-like creature in Japan. Yeah.
Okay.
Obviously does not exist, but you know.
Yeah.
Yep.
Or
That we
to
know
our
of.
knowledge.
That we know of. Yeah.
Bigfoot is real.
Bigfoot's out there.
He's real. He's
Hashtag lizard truth.
Dude, the lizards, man.
What are you doing?
Just basically working every day until I leave for the music festival I'm going to next week. Going to Electric Forest in Michigan.
Ooh, Michigan. What part of Michigan?
Rockbury, Michigan. It's like I was looking at the map. I don't know what it is related.
Are you gonna visit Ninja?
Just bleep that out.
Like the streamer?
Yeah.
It's a slur.
I mean, with Michigan, I'm like, it's probably Ninja Michigan, but I wanted to make sure, like,
No.
Well, I'm pretty sure he's from Michigan, right?
I have no idea.
I know Myth was, but he's not there anymore.
Yeah.
But it's like
I've heard of Electric Forest. Like,
Yeah.
because Fez, I think, goes all the time.
Fez was a Lost Ends.
Oh, okay.
That's one he's.
They're all the same.
No, they're not. Like
They
I would.
all look alike.
I mean, from like, in terms of hype that I've seen on like, this app called Radiate. It's just for like people. It's a social media app basically for people who go to festivals all the time. And you like you pick your own events, whatever.
I like that name.
Radiate.
I don't.
Bye. Basically, the biggest ones are always EDC, Las Vegas. Ultra, in Florida. It's Miami, I think.
Maybe Reed should vlog at that one.
Yeah.
Too bad it just happened like not too long ago.
Shit.
So
Tell her to go back in time.
Fuck off. And then Forest, I think, is like up there in the top 5 like biggest ones in the country.
Yeah, Electric Forest, I think, is like a big deal. It's like, so do you just camp out for a whole weekend?
Yep, there's like numerous different like camping sites. The campground itself is probably as big as
Was it like Woodstock but for electronic music?
basically.
Sounds like a homeless.
I like how
colony.
you said basically.
Um,
That's funny.
I mean, we'll see after I experience it. What's going on over here?
You made a joke and you didn't realize it. You said basically. Because, like, EDM is, like, very bass music.
You fucking idiot!
And now it's not funny because he had this.
Because he made a comment about how I said it,
Yeah,
but he
that
was
funny.
but he was not thinking about. Anyways,
It's not just yours.
but no, we'll see how it actually. But like, in terms of like looking the map of campgrounds, it's the campground itself is probably as big as UNL's campus. Like how much
Okay.
camping space there is just for camping. And then there's plus all the extra venue stuff. I think there's like 4 different places to like that people are giving like concerts and stuff like that, like auditorium spaces, not auditorium spaces, but like venue spaces. There's this thing called the Giving Tree where people literally just throw random shit that they made.
Oh shit.
It's kind of,
That's,
I need to shower just from hearing that.
well,
see, that, but also mixed in with, that's why I like EDM kind of culture, because everybody's just so nice to each other for no reason. And it can get kind of disgusting, but that's mixed in with just like, I just want people to be nice to each other, and I'm so happy that they do that there.
yeah. It's very, very, very nice. Like
So you're
everyone.
very good. They do that there.
Yeah, I'm
Kids
gay.
and-
But no, I'm excited. I'm spending tomorrow with some people I'm going with making candy, which for those who don't know, candy is like bracelet stuff, all the beads that people wear at EDM stuff, concerts and raves, and
Is that like when you put
you
your
plur.
You know what plur
Do you know
is?
what a plur is?
Here, let's do it.
Okay, so it's an acronym.
Yeah.
So it's peace, love, unity, and then so I would give a wristband and like I would then move it over to his wrist.
And we go respect.
Respect.
Peace, love, unity, respect.
It's plurring.
Oh.
And so basically people will be like just like their arms will be covered, and then you go oh, dance. Oh my god, plur, and you cheer, and so you have a wristband, a new like bracelet from that thing.
And
So
it's just, you know, you could get a wristband that's from like Florida or like people from across the country, and everybody's
And
united.
it's like literally the most random of
and
things.
that face is what most of America would make.
Well, the reason is I'm hearing this, and I want to ask the follow-up question that you realize this hippie nonsense is the result. Like, this is results in the current state of our economy.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay. No, I just, thought I'd throw that out there.
Your generation's
But
ruining
what I love is how this hippie nonsense is not causing a war on drugs.
You know what? I'm
Because the
about
war's
to cause a
happening,
fucking
and
war
it's-
on
Well,
drugs.
it's in the reverse effects. I mean, LSD and MDMA are being
Canada
used.
legalized weed.
Legalized crystal.
There's
fucking
I
weed.
can't remember what state it is, but there's one county that decriminalized
they
LSD
just
because
did
it's in
today,
so
yesterday.
small amounts. Like,
Wow.
you can't be criminalized for it. 'Cause, like,
I know there's research looking how microdosing can help like psychological.
well, microdosing,
Trauma and
MDMA, and
I've
LSD
also
are being
seen that,
used
like,
in.
DMT is like the god drug.
DMT's scary. It's
Yeah, I
because like it's a drug that I've read. Okay.
There's theories that it's
Don't, like,
I
burning
watch
bush.
videos. On
There's
YouTube.
theories that it's a burning bush that like what's his face with the Kameron.
Right. So like, it's a
So-
drug that affects you for like 5 to 15 minutes, but it feels like an eternity, and that is what scares me. Because like I don't want to be in a state of mind where I don't know when it's gonna end, and then come back from that and know that no time really has passed. Like that.
Dude, that'd be fucking crazy.
Time fucks me up.
That'd be sick. That's like going into a black hole or something.
Yeah, and it's scary.
I live
I
a
ate a
very...
cheeseburger.
I live a long series of nightmare loops when I dream, so I think that I can handle that. Like, this is not my first rodeo.
Alright.
I mean,
Puff, you're there.
Have you ever been to a rodeo?
Yeah, it's sad.
Have you ever been in a rodeo?
Yeah.
What'd you do? Did you sheep ride or did you calf ride?
Well, no, there was two separate events, and the second one I would not like to talk about publicly.
Oh. I got winded and embarrassed myself when I was a calf rider when I was in Missouri for a short period of time.
You know why I like podcasts?
Podcasts.
Podcasts.
I rode a
Because
shark once.
We started the podcast talking about RTX, and then halfway through we were talking about like the state of our government, and now we're talking about music festivals and drugs.
You know what, Simon? That is also why I like podcasts.
Like, there's the way you can watch a conversation flow. I think is fascinating.
You know what? That's very deep of you to say, and I'm glad that you shared that thought.
On that note, does anyone else have anything else to say? Because I'm trying to end.
I really.
You never asked me what I was up to, but it's fine.
Speaking of rodeos, I really hope that they have the giant mechanical shark again.
Oh, that's what you meant by riding a shark.
What? That was Mike's Hard, right?
Yeah, it was Mike's Hard had a promotion of it.
Oh, at
At
RTX?
RTX.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right.
Which I will confess something.
But you had to be 21.
I used my fake to get in.
Oh, you gonna get those workers in trouble.
I'm calling the police.
But it was great because they literally
911 on the microwave.
They literally would,
Am I
they
fine?
literally would card you. Shut the fuck up. They literally would card you at the front of like the whole tent thing, and then you go in and then they're like, I would say like
I mean, I don't know how they would card you, like after you did it. Or
the
like,
measuring
trouble.
cups for I would say cough medicine is probably the accurate description of like these little cups they had, you know.
It was just like a shooter of beer.
Oh, the Mike's, but it was Mike's Harder, not Mike's Hard.
But it's weird.
Mike's Harder.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
it was like
It's
straight
5%.
Bit on.
Sorry, they're like 7%.
7.5 probably.
Yeah.
If you think about it.
But no,
How those-
and the thing
This isn't
wasn't.
a dick measuring contest.
It could be.
But the guy that was sitting there was like, yeah, you can have as many as you want. And I was like,
Amazing.
20-year-old me was like,
I can't imagine being hammered in the middle of RTX.
Oh, dude, I think that'd be hilarious.
Well, I mean, I only had like
we should do
four-
that as the ambassadors.
know
I'm
if
drunk.
How is that not a second ID check? About saying you can have as many as one, and the only people that are going to take more than like two are going to be under 21.
Too bad. So
They already let you in. They already let me in there, fucker.
and then as far as I knew from like standing in line and like actually riding the shark, I was on there the longest of anyone.
Certainly felt that way, didn't it?
I have a video of him falling off, and it's pretty funny.
My video was at least
Play it
27 seconds long.
That's crazy.
Well, it was also like 2 videos because it was Snapchat. It was before Snapchat.
I have the full video because I gave someone else my phone.
Nice.
Oh yeah, before Snapchat did their continuous.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Was it Travis?
Either Carol or Becky.
It was
Reed.
Becky.
Yeah, Reed.
Bucker.
Becky.
Reed Becky.
Reed. Reed and Becky
I
were
was
there.
standing
You were
there.
there. You were there because you were walking.
I was
by.
like coming back from a break or something.
Oh yeah,
From
in the
being a
expo hall,
guardian.
I remember.
Yeah, it was in the expo
we were
hall.
trying to meet up with you.
And then the moment I fell off was the moment I looked at the camera.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
You fucking camera shy motherfucker.
I'm gonna need a glossary of everyone's name because I don't know who you just mentioned. But I
Well-
do know that you mentioned like
Could you
before
get it?
this
Are you
that we
gonna
are
get-
writing down with them.
Should we get
so
an index as well?
no.
I remember last year we did like a little meetup at Topper's Pizza when we met Becky. So maybe we could do something similar.
Did we?
Yeah, remember?
Oh,
that?
I had you introduce. I introduced her to you.
Right, yeah. We could do something like that again. So we all know who each
Oh,
other.
yeah, I know that girl. I was
Yeah.
there for that.
Yeah,
Two
yeah.
seconds.
Oh yeah, it was like
Yeah, went to Toppers or whatever, and I was like, this is
We were
Becky,
waiting
and
for our
then-
pizza and they walked in.
And we were on the couches that they had there, and we just kind of talked, and you guys hit it off pretty well.
I just thought that was another nightmare loop
Mm-hmm.
Awesome, you were there?
Yeah.
Oh fuck.
for 2 seconds.
I mean, you weren't riding down with them. I'll be riding down with Becky and Elsa. The only
I
two
assume
people-
I will see them in
But
our
Kelsa.
Airbnb in which I will be sleeping.
Of course.
Elsa, TJ's known from show choir, and she also big Rooster Teeth fan. I met her at Anime Nebraska when the Ruby
When
girls
they
were
went
there.
I was like, you going to Nebraska?
So she's only ever seen me with my silver hair. I'm thinking about doing that again for RTX.
Oh Lord,
Okay.
you mean
If
that
that's
guy?
the reaction, then I'll just
You should do it and then like make it so that she thinks that you actually just never don't.
Oh yeah, my hair is just, it's
Just
lost
just
its
dye it.
color, right?
Just dye it like
I'm
the,
very
whatever the
stressed out.
flag is for gay and LGBTQ. Is that people
Rainbow? Is that the word you're looking for?
Was it just gay? I thought they had specific. Because asexual has one.
Oh, I have.
And I thought they had specific.
Believe it or
flags
not,
for
it's a
each one.
bland flag.
Yeah, and
That's
very
not party.
neutral. It's like a
What are the
It's
odds?
purple,
neutral tones.
purple, white, gray. I believe is what it is, and then like a black triangle in the middle for the Illuminati.
Yeah, I've got to have those in
I'm
there.
on to you.
So yeah,
Yeah.
that's, and we could probably all meet beforehand, or
Yeah, Elsa's not too busy now that Girls State and Nebraska Show Choir Camp are over.
Oh my god, you said the two worst things you possibly could say to me.
Hey,
Yeah.
I got paid
Right next to
$450
peanut butter
and free room
jam.
board to do show choir with high schoolers for a week. Don't care.
not enough.
Not
Oh,
nearly enough.
Plenty.
Speaking of which, I am owed money by LPS, but continue.
For what?
Actually?
I
for
think,
all the coaching that I've done?
yeah, I think I'm still owed money from the coaching.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
I never.
I'm gonna send this video to you,
Yep.
and you're gonna.
We're
laugh.
going to get you, bitch.
I should probably not have said his full name, but he's a teacher.
Bleep it out. Just bleep it
Bleep
out.
it out.
Yeah.
He's a public figure.
I didn't
No,
even
but
post.
you can look on the website.
Especially
Bleeping
Kara
out is so
Reed's
cliche.
number.
I mean,
Cut it
Yeah,
out.
that'll be cut out.
yeah.
You can put mine in.
Yeah. Okay.
Don't.
Hey, Jack Patillo.
If you.
Well, there's not enough. There's not enough people that. Really,
I'm so mad that it was a fake number.
like,
I know
that,
that
ruined,
they
ruined
changed-
all like the stakes.
Yeah. I'm so mad.
But it was still pretty funny. So at RTX.
Your mom.
24?
2013. It was the year we didn't go. I think. The year before we didn't go.
Oh, that's right.
So Jack
That's
Patillo, an employee at Rooster Teeth. Joel Heyman, another employee at Rooster Teeth. They have this little feud every RTX. And at RTX 2013, on one of the podcast panels.
Well, Jack did something first to provoke Joel.
Yeah, something.
I
I think he
can't-
like threatened to key his car or something.
Yeah, whatever.
It's like a friendly little thing.
No, I'm doing this because I'm just wondering, are we going to get, like, briefed on this kind of nonsense if we're emceeing that?
Yeah, we will.
They won't fuck with us. They don't know who we are. We'll fuck with them.
Let's fuck with them.
I like that idea.
Fuck with and them with them. Fuck.
So Jack was on the podcast.
Mehoff?
No, Joel was on the podcast.
Podcast panel.
Joel Mehoff?
Podcast
Talk
panel.
about panel.
And he was like, should I announce? No. They were talking about how Joel was threatening to announce Jack's phone number during RTX.
Like, Logan Paul, reveal your social security.
Because
Right, exactly.
he wouldn't let Joel sign this like wooden tower pimps. This is a Minecraft thing
Minecraft?
that he had made.
Anyway, so sometime in the middle of the podcast, Joel just starts reading numbers. And everybody eventually realized, oh my god, he's doing it. And so then, after a while, Jack runs on stage from wherever he was, across the convention probably, and he's like, what the fuck did you just do? And Jack's phone had been blowing up with like messages and phone calls. Twist in the story, Joel earlier had gone in and switched that phone to receive messages from a random number.
No. What they did was they got a new number and a different SIM card. Put that SIM card
That's what
in
it
the
was.
phone.
That's what it was. So the phone, the number he announced wasn't his real phone number.
Actual phone number.
Let's just say that regardless of what my reaction was to, like, that's an awesome ass prank.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
It was great.
And
Everybody
harmless.
had fun. And then they made a shirt with the phone number that he announced on it.
Oh, that's funny.
But nobody
You
bought
like
it,
the
so
suicide
it got
hotline?
just continued pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Wah, wah.
That's what I'm afraid of with our merch.
And us.
Because we won't buy our own merch.
I'll buy it.
We'll have to eat them.
I'll buy it if I can get it for free.
That doesn't make sense.
But also I can buy it.
You're charging us like $40 for these shirts.
$25.
What are we
and
charging them?
It'll
10?
have one color, and
You should really try to get that
color
gray.
is it? What's the color?
there's a place in Omaha that's like a physical place, and I'm gonna go and see if
I can ask. I know someone, my boss's girlfriend.
if y'all want to help out, please.
Well,
do so.
she works
Dude.
at Artifacts. I can ask her about that.
Let's
See-
ask Fat Owl Fashion.
Who
Elaine's business where she makes t-shirts.
does she?
Yes, Fat Owl Fashion. The best fashion place for fat owls and other people that like to buy these shirts.
See-
Can you do that?
Yes.
Also,
Please.
also, we don't have to go through Kate. I will literally talk to Jerry
I
directly.
wasn't going through Kate.
Are we going
I know,
to Jerry
but
Springer?
you would ask Kate like, how what would this be like? And she's like, give you her assessment. It's not her company. I will talk to Jerry.
No,
specific-
she just told me that they don't do small orders, or that if they did do small orders, it'd be way more expensive than
You know what?
normal. Like orders under 12.
I've got a
And
small.
I'm not gonna order 12 shirts for us.
I will. I will talk to Jerry directly.
I mean, you can try it, but
Jerry loves me.
whatever. We went longer than
He
You know what?
literally that day I was
gonna be our long
supposed to
podcast.
the day I was
Alright.
to hang out with you, but you
long
slept until 1:30.
We're over an hour.
Good. That's good. Don't do that.
But the day you slept until
See
1:30
Yes, that day.
because it was Mackenzie's grad party that day.
Uh-huh.
Literally get there at 10 a.m. and he offers me a beer.
Wow,
Good.
It was so good.
he's an alcoholic. I like it.
Yes.
Alcohols. Alcohol, baby.
There we go. Got it out.
Yeah, there it is.
Kanye West's new albums with Kid Cudi's pretty good.
Stop talking new subjects. Let's end
You know
this
what?
damn
The
podcast.
Church's new podcast. Can we talk about what I'm?
No.
We did both. of them.
No.
You
Can I just do
play
names?
D&D and work at
I
Men's
just-
Warehouse.
Okay, just say everything that I could say by myself, but I was gonna say I'm working on finding out when Despacito 2 is coming out, but thanks.
Stop me.
Thanks.
Stop. Hey,
Alright.
cool. So this
Thanks,
podcast,
James.
podcast was great. Hope you enjoyed, though technical difficulties.
Hope we see you at RTX 2018. Girl.
I mean, you better watch us.
2018, girl.
Can you stop?
Wow, I don't even need to do my job. I was gonna say both those things. Bye.
Bye. Love you.